Hello folks, the Galaxy S23 is the first smartphone series from Samsung to use a custom Snapdragon processor. It is a higher clocked version of the Snapdragon 8gen2 chipset that was announced a few months ago. According to the official numbers, the prime CPU core inside the Snapdragon 8gen2 for Galaxy is clocked at 3.36 GHz, 0.16 GHz higher than the vanilla chip, and the Exynos-powered GPU is clocked at 719 MHz, 39 MHz higher. But that's not it. This chip has some additional features. The higher CPU clock speed and the faster GPU results in faster performance while opening apps and games, multitasking, gaming, and even booting up the device. Combined with the faster LPDDR5X RAM and UFS 4.0 storage, the Galaxy S23 is 34% faster in CPU workloads, 41% faster in gaming, and 49% faster in machine learning tasks. Samsung claims that the Snapdragon 8gen2 for Galaxy is the world's fastest Snapdragon chipset. Moreover, it comes with a better ISP for better camera performance. And now, first post-Unpacked Galaxy S23 benchmark testing the lineup's GPU against the Exynos-powered Galaxy S22 series has surfaced, and the results are impressive. Simply put, the new Samsung flagship powered by the Snapdragon 8gen2 chipset thrashes the Galaxy S22 running the Exynos 2200 platform. The benchmark used was 3D Mark Wildlife Extreme, which is supposed to push GPU capabilities to their limits. The Galaxy S23 and the S23 Plus scored 3,811 and 3,799 points respectively, with both phones averaging a frame rate of 20.80. In contrast, the Galaxy S22 Plus, powered by the Exynos 2200 chipset, scored 1,689 points and averaged a frame rate of 10.10. The story isn't that much different from the Galaxy S23 Ultra next to the Galaxy S22 Ultra. The 2023 model topped 3,874 points and reached an average of 23.20 FPS during the benchmarks, whereas the 2022 flagship scored 1,912 points and hit an average of 11.40 FPS. The Snapdragon 8gen2 chipset, which is now used by the Galaxy S23 series worldwide, has an Exynos-powered GPU. On the other hand, the Galaxy S22 series featuring the Exynos 2200 chipset uses an X-Clips 920 graphics chip. The X-Clips 920 chip has a frequency of 555 MHz, which is already lower than the standard Exynos-powered GPU 680 MHz. However, as I said before, the Galaxy S23 series uses an overclocked version of the Snapdragon 8gen2 chipset, which has an increased GPU frequency of a whopping 719 MHz. Clearly, it doesn't make things any easier for the Exynos 2200 Galaxy S22 series. The graphical performance gap between these two generations of phones is huge, and these early benchmarks shows that the Galaxy S23 series truly is a gaming beast. Samsung made a last foray last year when it partnered with AMD for the RDNA 2-based X-Clips GPU, but this strategy hasn't really sparked the Exynos flame as fans were hoping. The Exynos 2200 chipset and its X-Clips 920 GPU can't hold a candle to the Snapdragon 8gen2 and the overclocked Exynos-powered graphics chip. And even though synthetic benchmarks don't always reflect real-world performance, the difference in these results is too big to ignore. Samsung announced on stage during the Galaxy Unpacked 2023 event that it collaborated with Qualcomm to bring exclusive features and optimizations to the Galaxy S23 with the Snapdragon 8gen2 for Galaxy chipset. It is the first Snapdragon processor to use Qualcomm's new cognitive ISP. This little part of the chipset performs real-time semantic segmentation to enhance images from the phone's camera. It uses AI and ML to understand what's happening in the scene and then processes each object, subject, and background separately to make images look more natural. The South Korean firm's new phones can capture improved images in low-light conditions. Thanks to the new ISP, the Galaxy S23 is also the first Android smartphone that can capture 4K 60fps Super HDR videos using both front and rear cameras. It can also record Super Steady videos on QHD resolution, upgraded from 1080p resolution in Galaxy S22, and portrait videos in 4K 30fps, upgrade from last year's 1080p resolution, matching the iPhone 14 Pro series. Anyway, all of these needs to be thoroughly tested, so stay tuned for our detailed review in the near future. Thanks for watching this video, please share it with your friends, see you in the next one, good luck to all.